सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः।
हरि ओम, हरि ओम। प्यारे बच्चों, आज आपके सामने जो एक विभूति बैठे हैं, ये चिन्मय मिशन के ग्लोबल हेड, वर्ल्ड वाइड हेड हैं। चिन्मय मिशन के करीब 350 सेंटर वर्ल्ड वाइड काम कर रहे हैं। यूनिवर्सिटी काम कर रही है, गुरुकुल काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत काम हो रहा है और सब को सुपरवाइज करते हैं, देखते हैं, गाइड करते हैं। उसी संदर्भ में इनका अमृतसर में आगमन हुआ। 5 दिन का शाम को प्रोग्राम था बच्चों, बड़ों के लिए, सबके लिए। बच्चे भी आ रहे हैं, कुछ भक्ति की शक्ति पर टॉक्स थी। तो उसमें से हमने समय सुबह एक स्टील किया, स्वामी से रिक्वेस्ट की कि उस बच्चों को कुछ इनका आपको एड्रेस करें। वैसे मैं बताऊं, इनको यंगस्टर्स बहुत प्रिय हैं और बच्चे भी वर्ल्ड वाइड इनको बहुत प्रेम करते हैं। मेरा नेफ्यू है जिसने 25 साल पहले इनको सुना था सिद्धबाड़ी में, तो आज भी याद करता है, क्योंकि दे फील इंस्पायर्ड। कुछ मोमेंट्स आपको मिले हैं, बाकी यूट्यूब पे अदर प्रोग्राम्स आते रहते हैं, हम आपको तरह बताएंगे। इनके कई प्रोग्राम बच्चों के लिए भी आते रहते हैं, तो वो आप उसका फ़ायदा ले सकते हैं। आज प्रमुख रूप से जिन बच्चों ने कैंप अटेंड किया था, हमारा प्रयोजन था कि उन बच्चों को एड्रेस करें स्वामी जी, क्योंकि 7 दिन वो बच्चे यहाँ पर हमारे साथ रहे थे। फिर स्वामी जी का जैसे उदार स्वभाव है, कहते और भी बच्चे आ सकते हैं, अगर आना चाहे तो आ जाएं। तो आप सब यहाँ पर प्रेजेंट हैं। मैं ज़्यादा समय ना लूँगा क्योंकि स्वामी जी भी बहुत व्यस्त है यहाँ पर। तो स्वामी से निवेदन है, स्वामी जी आप काइंडली बच्चों को एड्रेस करिए। धन्यवाद।
आप सबको हरिओम। आप में से स्कूल कितने बच्चे जाते हैं और कॉलेज में कितने बच्चे? सब स्कूल के हैं ना? ओके, बहुत अच्छे। कौन से स्टैंडर्ड? 9th? 9th, वेरी गुड। तो अभी तक मेन एग्जाम फेस ये साल नहीं करना है ना? ओके, एग्जाम शुरू हो गए? खत्म भी हो गए? वेरी गुड। अब मैं हिंदी में बोलूं, इंग्लिश में बोलूं? मिक्स बोलूं? हाँ, हिंदी इंग्लिश? इंग्लिश, so one language. Oh, खिचड़ी है ना, it becomes too much. So what did you study in the camp? कैंप में क्या किया था?
We had a lot of sessions by Swami Dhrupananda ji, and about inspirational talks, how to manage mind, how to be attentive during classes and how to be motivated all the time. And we had a lot of games, activities, which managed both mind and physical energy. So it was all about the camp.
Very good. You all enjoyed the camp?
Yeah.
You learned something from it? Was it useful? Immediately? That's the best part. I also met Gurudev, but a little older than you, as a teenager. And Gurudev was such a great inspiration, such a great personality, such a great teacher and such a man of knowledge. But he understood the youth very well, because even himself as a youth has started seeking questions to life's dilemmas, life's confusions. And we all go through that, is it not? Now that you have become youngsters, there are many choices that you have to make. When you were children, parents made choices for you. Actually, life was easy. In olden times, they got you married so early that you didn't have a choice. No? Now even more confusing. Whom to marry, whom not to marry. So when someone makes choices for you, it is easier. But as we grow up, we want to make our own choices. But how do we make our choices is very important. If you read Gurudev's book Kindle Life, which is meant for youngsters, he says that if you do not have a lighthouse, if you don't have something that can give you a direction, you can easily get lost or not, especially in the vast ocean, especially at night, where you can't see directions. But if there is a lighthouse, and you keep focused with the lighthouse, you know whether you have to go right of it, left of it, or towards it. So therefore, earlier in life, if we set for ourselves a goal, at the moment, only goal will be, study, get good marks. But now is the time where you spend some time with yourself. And ask yourself, what is it that you want to do in your life? Who are the people you look up to? Who would you like to be? These questions start asking yourself now. Otherwise, by the time you go to college, and if you do not have a direction, you will be wavered, carried away by so many distractions. And once remember one thing, lose anything, lose wealth, lose your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever maybe, but don't lose your mind. And anything that takes away the capacity of your mind to think intelligently, to think nobly, to think higher goals or even futuristic life, don't allow any such distractions. Today, in many places and particularly in our country, to destroy the youth, which is the biggest force in India today. Youth are the biggest force because it is the youngest country in the world with the maximum number of youth. And know that as youth, you can build your future, you can build the nation, you can build the society, and you can be the pioneers in the world to demonstrate, like India always was, that we have got something to give to the world. Therefore, be very, very careful never to fall into any addictions, don't even try them. Why we have to give this warning? That you are all good youth. But those who are trying to destroy are far cleverer than you. Therefore, when you eat outside food, buy things from outside, keep certain company, no? See that don't get into any addiction. Because addictions are those things which don't allow you to be free in your thought. Such as alcohol, drugs, which not only don't make you free, but the thing is they don't allow you to think. Then just for one shot, people can make you steal, people can make you do anything. And whole life is ruined not only of yourself, but also of the family. Therefore, Chinmaya Mission schools have started this campaign, and this is done by our school children to make other school children realize that how drugs are becoming the poison of our country. Don't even try it. And even alcohol. You might think it's cool to drink a glass of beer. And these things people will not tell you because we don't like hearing what not to do. We are driven by what to do. But if you want to do great things in life, one thing is, prevention is better than cure. Don't even start something that later on you have to struggle to give it up. That will affect your health. That will affect your mental health. So these first things, and you must make up your mind. No, it's not that temptations were not available for any one of us. We also studied in schools. We also studied in college. Yeah. We were in bigger metropolitan cities than you are in. Yeah. There was everything available for us. But how many people we saw ruined even at that time? No? Thinking that these are innocent addictions. Everybody does it. But what we must do is be clear about our goal in life. And if you have a goal, you will have the strength to resist anything that is harmful to you, harmful to your life, harmful in reaching your goal. No? So these are things that we must be very careful of. But to inspire us in our life, we need a goal. And to think what you are supposed to be doing in your life. And the answer should come from you. Parents guide you, teachers guide you, society pressures you. But finally, you should be proud of who you are. I'd read once in Reader's Digest one beautiful statement which said, will the man or woman you are, will the child that you were would be proud of you? See, as children, we've got such great ideals. We've got such great goals in our mind. We want to conquer the world. We want to reach out to the stars. Yeah. We want to be like any great person that we admire in our life. Could be our parent, could be our grandparent, could be a coach, could be a star, a sports star. We all want to, but very few people achieve it because they're not committed to their goal. And any fancy, I want to be this, I want to become a movie star, no? I want to become this. But ask yourself, what is it that you would like to see yourself as? Who are the people like you admire so that people would admire you? I remember one very interesting story. Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda told us that when he was a youngster, he was also a very revolting youngster. Because that time, unlike today, what he has provided for us. Not only, few people, you'll be surprised how many millions and millions he has inspired. Today we have Bal Vihar classes where thousands and thousands of children, even in America, attend. You've got Yuva Kendra, which gives direction to the youth. But when he was young, none of this was available. Even the knowledge of Gita, etc., was not available to common man. So he also became a very defiant youth. And youth love to be defiant, we love to challenge, we want to make some changes. But when he found such great, knowledgeable contributors of society, like Swami Shivananji Maharaj, got so inspired, and Swami Shivanji Maharaj sent him to his guru, Sri Taponji Maharaj. And Taponji Maharaj was such a spiritual teacher that he was so balanced. He just had this very gentle smile, but never excited, never sad. And Puja Gurudev, for the first time, saw him that someone was supposed to come from Lucknow to Uttarkashi. And he was making sure that his disciples would go and pick him up from the bus stop, to pick him up from these places. And Swami Chinmaya said, my guru always is once almost like a statue, means there's only one expression, neither too excited, neither sad, neither angry also. Not even overly affectionate. He would just be balanced. But he saw a little bit of excitement in him. Little bit. That make sure that somebody goes and picks him up, brings him straight here, takes some water for him to drink. So Gurudev was very curious. Who is this man whom Taponji Maharaj, who in Maharajas used to come to him? But he used to remain completely balanced. Who is this man? Anyway, this man came, he was very well dressed in white kurta, white dhoti. And when he came, Swami Chinmaya was a young Swami at that time. He was curious to see who is this special man. But he looked very ordinary, very well dressed, very well carried himself, spoke very well. But when he came, first of all, he came and bowed down to Sri Taponji Maharaj. And then Maharaj asked him, how are you? सब कुशल है? तो कहा, महाराज सब कुछ ठीक है, सब कुछ ठीक है. तो महाराज ने कहा, अच्छा है. फिर भी एक परंतु, किंतु, but comes in, isn't it? Everything is fine, but I'm doing very well, but. They said, but क्या? स्वामी जी, आजकल के युवक क्या करेंगे हम उनका? ये सब कहते हैं, आपके लिए भी कहते होंगे ना, आपके पिताजी और माताजी के लिए भी कहा था. आजकल के युवक ये कुछ समझते नहीं है, बस अंग्रेज बनने चले हैं ये सब. इंडियन कपड़े तो पहनते ही नहीं, चाल चलन में भी इनका जो व्यवहार है, पढ़ाई ठीक से नहीं कर रहा है. क्या होगा इसका मुझे पता नहीं. ये मेरा पोता है, महाराज जी आप इसको आशीर्वाद दो. मैं इसको लेकर आया हूं, लेकिन ऊपर भी नहीं आ रहा है. तपोजी महाराज वॉज ऑन अ हिलॉक. ऊपर भी नहीं आ रहा है ये, क्योंकि उसको अपने जूते नहीं निकालने हैं. और कहते हैं मैं नहीं पाँव परूंगा. तो महाराज जी ने बोला, जूतों के साथ लेकर आओ, वैसे भी मट्टी है यहाँ, जूतों के साथ. अब स्वामी चिन्मयानंद जी भी ऐसे ही थे. जब स्वामी शिवानंद जी के आश्रम में गए थे तो गुरुदेव काफी हो गए. स्वामी शिवानंद जी महाराज बोलते थे कुछ या करेक्ट भी कर लेते थे. तपोन जी महाराज तो बस शांत रहते थे, सिर्फ वेदांत के ऊपर उनका ज्ञान होता था. तो बोला लेकर आओ इसको. तो लेकर आए. इतनी टाइट पैंट थी उसकी कि अगर जमीन पे बैठता तो फट जाती. और ऐसी जगह से जहां में नहीं देखना. हो आया, जमीन पे तो नहीं बैठ सकता था वो, फिर भी उसके दादाजी ने कहा, मत टेको, मथा टेको, मथा टेको, ऐसे करके जैसे हम करते हैं ना, ऐसे किया। अब देखा महाराज जी ने कि ये नीचे तो बैठ नहीं सकता है, तो महाराज जी ऐसे बैठे हुए थे प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर, सीढ़ी के ऊपर, तो बोला मेरे बाजू में बैठो। उसको अच्छा लगा कि मेरे बाजू में बिठाया है महाराज जी ने, सब नीचे बैठे हुए अपने बाजू में बिठाया है। और फिर महाराज जी, उसने सोचा कि अब महाराज जी लेक्चर करेंगे, पढ़ाई करो, अच्छे बनो, अच्छा कार्य करो, ये ना करो, वो ना करो। तो महाराज जी ने उनको बाजू में बिठाया और कहा, बेटा क्या कर रहे हो, पढ़ रहे हो, कॉलेज में जा रहे हो? तो उसने बोला, हाँ कॉलेज में जा रहे हो। कॉलेज अटेंड करते हो कि नहीं? तो अब उसने इंडियन नॉट कहते हैं ना, और इंडियन नॉट, दिस मीन्स यस, दिस मीन्स नो, बट व्हाट डज दिस मीन, विच ओनली इंडियंस डू। तो महाराज जी समझ गए, तो कहा, कॉलेज में आजकल कुछ पढ़ाते पढ़ाते है कि नहीं? तो बोला, नहीं कुछ नहीं पढ़ाते। तो क्या करते हो? तो महाराज जी कहने लगे, खुद तो जवाब दिया नहीं उसने, सोचा कि डांट पड़ जाएगी। तो महाराज ने कहा, पिक्चर, उस समय मूवीज को पिक्चर कहते थे, पिक्चर जाते हो कि नहीं? तो दादाजी की आंख खुल गई, अभी ये क्या कॉलेज नहीं जाते, पिक्चर भी जाता है? और आंख खुल गई उसकी कि कुछ गलत ना बोल दे। तो उसने बोला, हाँ जाता हूं। और महाराज जी पूछते हैं, अच्छा कौन एक्टर है? अब गुरुदेव ने तो कभी अपने गुरु से वेदांत के अलावा और कुछ नहीं सुना, कभी ऐसी वैसी बातें भी नहीं कि खाना खाया नहीं खाया ना, सिर्फ वेदांत की बातें। और यहां पूछ रहे हैं कि पिक्चर जाते हो, पिक्चर के एक्टर कौन है? जैसे उनको पता होगा, इतने साल वो तो कभी गए ही नहीं हिमालय छोड़ के, तो पिक्चर के एक्टर कौन है? ऐसी सब बात करने लगे। इतना भी पूछने लगा, आजकल ये एक्टर लोग कुछ कपड़े पहनते हैं कि नहीं? तो वो हंस पड़े और बोला, ज्यादा नहीं ऐसी बातें चल रही है इनके बीच में। और गुरुदेव कहते हैं, कैसा लड़का है, कैसे बात कर रहा है। और फिर वो बात करने लगा गुरुदेव से, पिक्चर की बातें करने लगे, ये भी कहने लगा कि मुझे भी एक्टर बनने का बड़ा शौक है। तो महाराज भी कहते हैं, क्या एक्टिंग करोगे, कौन सा रोल लेगे, ऐसी बातें चल रही है उनकी। तो थोड़ा सा गए, कुछ पानी नहीं, तब तक इनको जाने के लिए वो तैयार थे। बस फिर जाते जाते बड़े, तो जब भी आए थे, ये अभी की एटीट्यूड नहीं है यंगस्टर्स की, पहले भी ऐसे होता, स्माइल ही नहीं देते यंगस्टर्स। आप तो फिर भी स्माइल दे रहे हो, वो स्माइल ही नहीं देते हैं। और सबको जाना है कनाडा में, जहाँ कोई स्माइल ही नहीं करता, क्योंकि इतना ठंडी है, वो फ्रीज हो जाते हैं। तो बड़ा स्माइल दे के, नमस्कार करके वो गया। 3 महीने के बाद फिर से उनके वो दादाजी आ गए, और ये सारे बड़े फ्रूट लेकर आए, और आके साष्टांग नमस्कार किया जमीन पे, और कहा, महाराज जी आपने तो चमत्कार किया था, मुझे तो पूर्ण विश्वास था कि आप चमत्कार करेंगे, मेरा तो पोता बिल्कुल बदल ही गया है, बिल्कुल बदल ही गया है। कॉलेज जाता है, समय पे उठता है, पढ़ाई करता है, बाल ठीक से बनाता है, कपड़े ढंग के पहनता है। गुरुदेव सुन रहे थे, ये तो महाराज जी से एक बार मिला, मेरे महाराज जी ने क्या चमत्कार कर लिया, मुझे क्यों इतने साल इधर बैठने हैं? अगर उनमें इतना चमत्कार की शक्ति है तो मुझे क्यों नहीं कर देते वो? Why does he not do it for me? How can this boy change in just one visit and I'm staying here for so long? तो जब गुरुदेव को चांस मिला लखनऊ जाने का, when he went there, he wanted to meet this boy and find out for him, what mantra did my guru give? What did my gurus do? No? How could this change come in you? And when he saw him, he was in his sherwani kurta. Yeah, no longer those tight pants and, shirt, and then, hair wild, quite combed hair, serving in the house, doing some housework. His attitude, there's some that look in the eyes. Attitude change. Gurudev just got him. He said, "Chalo, let's go for a walk." So I asked him, "Batao, kya hua? How did this transformation take place in you?" Yeah. He said, "You saw me. You saw me when I came. I came as a wild youngster. I don't believe in the sadhu babas. I didn't know what it entailed. I just came there. I didn't even want to bow down. And my grandfather brought me. I came. That also emotionally blackmailed me. मेरे साथ चलो, मेरा जन्मदिन है, चलो. तो मैं आया. बट जब आया, मैं तो सोचा कि कोई दाढ़ी वाले बड़े बड़े दाढ़ी वाले बाबा होंगे और मुझे बड़ा लेक्चर देंगे और ये वो कहेंगे. पर ये तो बड़े कूल स्वामी निकले. मुझे इतनी अच्छे से बात किया, मुझे ऐसे स्वीकार किया, मुझे नीचा नहीं दिखाया. I didn't feel low in his presence. I felt that I could be myself. ना? और जो मेरी इंटरेस्ट की बातें हैं वो की. पर जाते जाते उन्होंने बस मुझे इतना ही कहा, "बेटा, मैं एक चीज कहूंगा, करोगे, तुम्हारे स्वास्थ्य के लिए भी अच्छा रहेगा. It'll be good for your health also." तो उसने कहा, "हाँ ठीक है, बताइए आप." मन में कहा, "I will try. But if you think I will try, you will only cry." तो बोला, "I'll try." अपने मन में तो ऐसे कहा. तो बोला, "He told me that, बेटा, before sunrise you wake up. Before sunrise. And go for a walk, 20 minutes, walk or a jog, 20 minutes, sit in a park for 20 minutes, and then come back home. And if you're still sleepy, go to sleep. But do this every day." ऐसे बोलकर मुझे छोड़ दिया. बोला, पहले 3-4 हफ्ते मैंने तो कुछ किए ही नहीं. बट उनका शांत चेहरा, उनका शांत स्वभाव, his love and care for me, I felt he told me only one thing to do. Just one thing to do. So I said, let me give it a try. So one day I got up early. Of course, in school I had to get up early. But in the college, I had forgotten. I got up early and I went for a walk. To feel the fresh air, to feel rejuvenated first in the morning rather than feel dull and want a cup of tea and go late to college. It was so nice. It was so refreshing. I felt so energized. The chirping of the birds, the sun rising. It was so beautiful that I enjoyed it. I started doing it every day. Because what we enjoy, we will do, but we don't expose our mind to these pure enjoyments. He said, every day I did it. I just didn't want to. Each day I found it even better and better. And now I could jog also. I was feeling energetic. I would go and sit there for 20 minutes, look around the scenery, hear the chirping of the birds. But I didn't realize that after some time my mind had become so quiet. And the advantage of a quiet mind is that you become self-aware. That is the highest form of intellect. And I started introspecting. I started asking myself, will the boy that I was be proud of the man I am today? Is this what I wanted to be? What am I doing with my life? Do I want to continue my life like this, get up late, be a non-achiever, be sluggish in life? He said, I was ashamed of what I had become. And I decided, and incidentally was even smoking cigarette and all that. He said, I decided I'm going to take charge of my health, I'm going to take charge of my life, and I'm not going to take anything for granted. And he said, that thought, that conviction made that change in me, and I am now happy. And it's only been 1.5 months, but I'm happy seeing myself. My grandfather is happy seeing me. And seeing them happy, I feel happy also. And I don't feel that I'm rejected, I'm looked down upon, nobody likes me. See the change that comes when we examine our own life. We like reading about movie stars, we like reading about or gossips, we like to know things about others. But how much do we know about ourselves? So the spiritual science, this Vedanta, makes us recognize ourselves. First and foremost is recognize the potential you have. And that is there when you are grateful for the parents who are sufficient to make you educated. The knowledge, not just education, but the samskars that they have given you. You don't have to struggle for food. If you're only grateful for what you have, you will not complain about what you don't have. Today, one of the biggest problems the whole world is facing is depression amongst youth and even children. First of all, don't use these words. If you're sad, you're not depressed. Sadness you can overcome. Don't use words like depression. You got a headache? Every headache is not a migraine. We use such strong words. Don't use these strong words. There is something like clinical depression. We cannot deny it. Take help if at any period of time one falls into it. But there's no reason for us, coming from such families, living in such society, living in a cultural country. Today everything is being provided for us. Then why that sense of hopelessness, fear of failure, pressure of achieving something? No, do your best, leave the rest. And if a project fails, if one time you fail in your examination, it's not the end of your life. It's not the end of your life. Try again till you succeed. And even if you've tried 100 times and you've not succeeded, you've heard the story of that Scottish king? When he was fighting for the freedom of Scotland, 13 battles he had fought with England and lost. Again getting an army and fighting. Finally, after he lost the 13th battle, that's why these English people consider 13 as unlucky number. He was escaping finally to save his life. And in the daytime he was hiding in a small shed or a cave. And while he was trying to hide, he had nothing to do but was watching how a spider from one ledge to another ledge was trying to get the right length of his web so it could swing and reach on the other side. And whole day the spider was trying. Whole day the spider was trying and falling down. Again going up the wall. Again trying. Again falling down. Again tried. Again falling down. Finally, that freedom fighter, he said, "Oh spider, tera haal bhi mere jaise hai. Your condition is also like mine. Why don't you give up?" Because sometimes in life you have to give up also on something. But why don't you give up? Luckily, spiders don't understand human language. And just in the evening when he was about to leave, the spider who tried and adjusted and made modification to the length of his web could reach the other side and started building its web before it became night so it can catch the maximum insects. See? And that gave him the inspiration that as long as I am living, I have a purpose. And my only purpose is to free Scotland. So he went. He fought. And he won. Sometimes the last battle is your battle. You don't have to go and fight for any freedom or any such thing. But in life, sometimes failures will come. But don't be depressed, don't be dejected, don't give up. If your goal is clear, your goal is noble, whether it's for yourself, for your family, for your nation, if it is noble and good, as Swami Vivekananda said, stop not till you reach your goal. And there is one verse in the Bhagavad Gita. Every youth should memorize it. It's in the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 5th verse. Where Bhagavan says, Uddharet Atmanatmanam. I'll repeat in English, say, Sanskrit mein, Uddharet Atmanatmanam. Lift yourself by yourself. You've heard also, God helps those who help themselves, isn't it? Lift yourself by yourself. वो गाना तो गाते हैं ना, लिफ्ट करा दे, लिफ्ट करा दे, लिफ्ट करा दे. सुना है वो गाना? भगवान से मत करो लिफ्ट करा दे. You attempt to get up. And having lifted yourself to some height, don't allow yourself to fall down again. Lift yourself higher and higher. And also another meaning is that na atmanam avasadayet, which means do not allow yourself to fall down and don't look down upon yourself. You know, jitna bhi show off log karte na bahar, it's only sign of their low self-esteem. आजकल तो अलाउड नहीं है, बट हमारे टाइम पे तो क्लास में बुलीज होते थे जो 1-2 साल फेल हो गए थे ना, तो हमारे साथ उम्र में बड़े थे, लंबे भी थे, तो बहुत सारी धमकियां दिया करते थे और सबको डरा के रखते थे और अपना गैंग भी बना दिया था उसने. ऐसे बुलियों से कभी डरना मत, सीधा जाके रिपोर्ट कर देना. डोंट गेट अफ्रेड. एक दिन मैं अकेला बैठा हुआ था क्लास में रिसेस के टाइम पे, और ये आया अंदर. मुझे आई न्यू इट वाज ट्रबल, ही विल कम एंड ट्रबल यू. सो आई वाज सिटिंग नियर द वॉल एंड ही केम एंड forced me, pressed me, like pushing me against the wall, and the window was there. I could even fall out from the window. Well, he was teasing me. I kept quiet. Then he started using some not nice language. I kept quiet because it's not my dignity to speak bad language. But then when he started hitting me, even now I've got such a delicate hand. I don't know from where I got the courage to push him away. I gave him one track. I think the only time in my life I've hit someone. ऐसा मारा उसको, और मुझे उसी टाइम पता भी नहीं कि because I didn't like him, like he's coming and pushing me against the wall and hitting me, hurting me. I just gave him one. And that time, the recess got over and everybody called. And you would be surprised what he did. I said, अभी तो मैं मरा, ये मारेगा मुझे. अच्छा वो recess bell, at least people came, no? और उसकी gang भी आएगी. Don't try it, please. But I don't know कहाँ से मुझे उस समय हनुमान जी की शक्ति आ गई. No? मैं हनुमान जी को हमेशा याद करता था. ऐसी शक्ति आ गई, मैंने इसको ऐसे एक मारा और मेरे हाथ अभी भी किसी पे पड़े कुछ लगेगा नहीं ना. बट वो इतना डर गया कि किसी ने उसको रोने लगा, मुझे मारा. और उस टाइम सब लड़के आ गए. सडनली आई बिकेम द हीरो. डोंट बिकम हीरो बाय हिटिंग एनीबॉडी. He could have hit me back, he might have thrown me out of the window. But main thing is कि जो बहुत होशियारी करते हैं ना, they have low self-esteem. इसीलिए they make up these gangs. And then to get those, and all those chamchas that they roam around them is for what? Because they think that he will protect them and he knows that they are there to protect them. वो मेरे एक थप्पड़ ने वो पूरी गैंग ही तोड़ दी. और वो मुझे मारा. मैंने बोला अच्छा तुम्हें जाके किसी को बोलना है बोलो. मैं भी सीधा प्रिंसिपल के पास जाऊंगा कि तुम क्या करते हो. वो ऐसा डर गया and he understood that I meant business. He got so frightened. And that time I learned जो अधिक दिखाते हैं ना वो अंदर से खोखले होते हैं. And this show of nature that people have is very often for their low self-esteem. Don't consider anything in you that is God-given is your defect. It is your strength. New Amritsar में, for the physically challenged, differently abled kids के लिए, युवा के लिए, you should see how much effort they put in. Look at the sweetness that they have. Sometimes you must go there to do a little seva to them, and they will teach you much more on how to live life with such a spirit. So be grateful for what you have. Don't look down upon yourself. Don't cry over what you don't have. See what you have. That is your strength. And with whatever you have, you do your best. In fact, the whole universe is waiting to bring success to you. And know that your mind is your best friend. Your mind is your deadliest enemy. ये तीन चीज याद रखना. क्या? Lift yourself by yourself. Repeat. Lift yourself by yourself. Don't look down upon yourself and don't allow yourself to fall down again. So don't allow yourself to fall down again. You are your best friend. You are your best enemy. These things you remember, then you'll understand that what knowledge Krishna has given us, that even one shlok of the Bhagavad Gita we live our life by. And therefore, see that. You have attended the camp. See that you become part of the Yuva Kendra. Study these highly motivational books of knowledge. There's no book, even today, any modern book written by Steve Jobs.
Come on. Vaishnavi, you or somebody else?
अगर क्वेश्चन हो, नहीं है क्वेश्चन तो मत पूछो.
सर जैसे आपने बोला कि एडिक्शन से दूर रहना चाहिए, अगर कोई एडिक्शन में चल गया तो उससे बाहर कैसे, एडिक्शन से मतलब दूर कैसे हो हम?
इसमें दो तीन चीजें. पहले हेल्प लो. Addictions are not easy to get out. Take help. पेरेंट्स का, अभी पेरेंट्स को भी आइडिया नहीं कैसे क्या करना है ना, बट जब भी इच्छा हो जैसे कि स्मोकिंग करने की या ड्रिंकिंग करने की, इमीडिएटली अपने पेरेंट्स के कंपनी में बैठ जाओ. कीप इन द कंपनी ऑफ दोज पीपल इन हुज प्रेजेंस यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू डू इट. आस्क योर पेरेंट्स फॉर हेल्प. पेरेंट्स से हेल्प मांगो. वो पैनिक करेंगे, बस छोड़ दो. सच कहना कि मैं छोड़ने भी चाहता हूँ, इसके लिए मैं आया हूँ पूछने के लिए, मुझे हेल्प चाहिए. तो अलाउ देम टू हेल्प यू. ऐसे सर प्रिवेंशन इज बेटर देन क्योर. इन एडिक्शन से छूटना इतना आसान नहीं है. बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू मस्ट वांट टू. देन यू मस्ट मेक अ कन्विक्शन, बट इसको मैं हाथ नहीं लगाऊंगा. इसको मैं हेल्थ के लिए तो खराब ही है ना. तो इन चीजों को छोड़ना बहुत कठिन है ना. बट मैंने कितने, जब हम भी यंगस्टर्स थे, कितने यंगस्टर्स को मैंने कहा कि यू हैव टू डिसाइड. नंबर 1, यू हैव टू डिसाइड कि अभी मैं इसको वापस हाथ नहीं लगाऊंगा. क्योंकि अगर वापस हाथ लगाया, यू गो बैक विद अ वेंजेंस. तो मेक अ फर्म कन्विक्शन. आस्क फॉर एन ऑल्टर ऑफ डिवोशन. Some goal that will inspire you, for which you are going to do it. Even love for your parents. As you grow up, maybe love for your children. And know that one day you will have children. You want them to grow up with this manner. So put these questions to yourself, but make a conviction. Take help where you can't do it on your own. Do not go in that company, however enjoyable that company may be. And therefore, one thing which is prevention is very good is keep the right company. आप कहेंगे कि ओ सब लोग तो आजकल ऐसे ही है. सब लोग ऐसे नहीं है. लोग कहते हैं कि अभी ड्रग्स ज्यादा है, हमारे टाइम पे तो दम मारो दम शुरू हुआ था. हिप्पी लोग का कल्चर था तभी. तभी उसको इतना पॉपुलर कर रहे थे ये सब. पर अपनी कंपनी चूज करो. जो ये लेते हो, भले कितने भी अच्छे हो, चाहे भाई भी हो, कीप अवे फ्रॉम देम. व्हेन दे आर सेइंग, talk to them. When they talk about these things, no. And once you say no, even your brothers, cousins will not force you. My cousins used to smoke and drink. My brothers never did, no. But इतना था कि अगर उनके फ्रेंड्स भी कभी आके हमसे ऐसे बात करते थे ना, बोलते मेरे भाई के सामने मत जाना. एक तो मैं भी दूंगा तुझे और तुम उससे भी खाओगे. वो छोटा लगता है, वो मारेगा तुमको ना. तो ऐसे अपने आप को बुलंद करो कि कोई आगे आके अप्रोच भी ना करे. तो ट्राई टू डू दैट, बट डू टेक हेल्प इफ यू कांट डू इट योरसेल्फ. And don't keep this pride, I can do it myself. Addictions can be very bad, especially cigarette smoking, alcohol, drugs, these. And you know, in Mahabharata, Ramayana, 4 things are pointed out. Yeah? 4th is not very popularly known. But now we are seeing it amongst film stars and all that. No? Keep away from anything that will give you nasha. Means alcohol, drugs, etc. इन सब से दूर ही रहो. ये पार्टी ड्रिंकिंग भी नहीं, और सोचेंगे कि हमको मजा आता है इस पीने में. नहीं आता है. ऐसे बैठे होते हैं और वहाँ बैंड बाहर चल रही है, नाचो खेलो. यूथफुल टाइम इट इज, नो. सो कीप अवे फ्रॉम narcotics. Keep away from it. Don't even think it is cool. Don't even think of trying it. Second, gambling. Betting, gambling. इसीलिए महाभारत में कोई युधिष्ठिर ने ऐसे नहीं गैम्बल कर दिया अपने भाइयों को और द्रौपदी को, पत्नी को, ये दिखाने के लिए कि ऐसा मनुष्य भी गैम्बलिंग से हारते हारते या जीतते जीते क्या गलत कर देता है. Could Yudhishthir ever live with himself? And not that Yudhishthir loved gambling, but when you get into gambling, even one time, you do not know what you're going to lose. Third, and with youngsters, I can openly say that, no? Today there's a fad, because I deal with youngsters around the world of all ages, teenagers to adults, you know. और अभी ये सब फिल्म इंडस्ट्रीज में, मीडिया में और सब में, to have sex without dharma, without commitment, without marriage, multiple partners, be very careful of it. You do not know what psychologically it does to you, and you will not know it. It'll just happen, So, be careful about that. And fourth, which I found out when I was taking for the youth, Mahabharat, जगह जगह पे कहा है, that hunting, killing animals, this should be avoided. Then as you read, you come, that violent attitude, should not be, because tomorrow you could harm anybody. So these four things, because violence also, it's an addiction, एक बोलते हैं ना जुनून हो जाता है, ये चार का है, but ये तीन तो, quite popular. Please be very, very careful of them. Now, we are told, but still, जब desire आती है ना मन में, इसके लिए this is the age. Because I also look after schools, so all the school children come and speak to me, and they're very open with me. They talk to me, that we feel like this, we feel like that. To explain to them that first of all, keep your goal. Please keep your goal very clear. And keep that lighthouse in front of you. If something is not obstructing your goal, which is not harmful, like going out with friends, seeing a movie, playing even some games which are not violent, all this is fine. And you might think that you'll be alone, people will make fun of you. Even all of us have gone through that. Don't think youngsters in any age are different. But I decided when I went to a new place and people there were only into party, drinking, and even though they didn't force me, that is great. But I said, being in that company, even though I'm not going to do it, I know that I have my conviction. And the daytime, they are good friends. But evening, they would go and do all this. And they were only smoking and drinking and sometimes playing some, cards just for simple bets and all that. But I saw their smoking increase. Yeah. Their drinking quantity increase. And what am I sitting there hearing to their rubbish talk, unintelligent talk? So I decided, I said, I'm not going to go out with them. And when I started seeing that, how the boundaries keep on extending, I decided I won't be. And yes, few days I was alone. But those few days, just like that young man, I got chance to go back to my goals, which I always had. Go back to my studies, which I wanted to do. And that's when I came through all the spiritual studies, which I wanted really. Spiritual science, don't think that, it's religion, do's and don'ts. To understand your mind, to understand your purpose, to understand your goals. I came across these books. I didn't even want any friends. But it's not that you're left alone. You came here for the camp, isn't it? Did you make good friends or no? Or no? That's why Gurudev conducted these spiritual camps. I still conduct our spiritual camps from the last 30 years. And so many youngsters from around the world come enthusiastic. But they make such a good peer group. Each one encouraging themselves to develop themselves and not go into these kind of bad habits, addictions, etc. Within 6 months, Gurudev came in my life. I went to his discourses. I saw so many youngsters there. Then I joined the Yuva Kendra. And finally, I had a group of friends. We had a lot of fun together. But no addictions. No. And if anybody came into our group also would leave it. Because youngsters only get into these things because they want company, they want friendship. Why should you compromise your values, your health, your life, your mind for others? Got it? Okay, so please take help where it's required. If not from your teachers,
Anybody else?
I think we should conclude now. Hmm?
बेटा ऐसा है, कुछ मिनटों में स्वामी जी ने आपको बहुत अच्छे टिप्स दिए हैं. यू ऑल वांट टू बी सक्सेसफुल इन लाइफ? हाँ, ठीक है ना? तो उसमें यही होता है कि सक्सेसफुल होने के लिए क्या क्या करना है. जैसे स्वामी ने बताया आपको, कोई आइडियल होना चाहिए. लुक एट पीपल हु हैव सक्सीडेड इन लाइफ और कैसे जिए, ठीक है ना? और इन्होंने टिप्स बताए हैं अपने आप को बचाना कैसे है, बहुत ज़रूरी है बेटा. और फॉर ए किक ऑफ इट, थोड़ा करके देखो. बस यहाँ बंदा फंस जाता है. बस एक बार, बस उस एक बार से बचना है, ठीक है ना? स्वामी ने बताया ना आपको. तो यू हैव टू सेव योर सेल्फ. और स्वामी ने गाइड किया आपको कि हम, जैसे आपने कैंप अटेंड किया, हम आपकी रेगुलर क्लासेस भी लगाएंगे. यहाँ पर रेगुलर फिर डिस्कशंस करा करेंगे, गेम्स भी खेला करेंगे, डिस्कशन भी करा करेंगे, आपके डिफ़िकल्टीज भी डिस्कस करेंगे. जैसे स्वामी ने कहा ना, कोई प्रॉब्लम है, नहीं कर पाते, पेरेंट्स से बात करो. कई बार पेरेंट्स से भी शाई करते हैं. यहाँ पर बात करो, हमसे बात करो, वी विल हेल्प यू. मगर बेटा, बिकम मास्टर ऑफ योर ओन लाइफ. बस आपकी जिम्मेवारी है अपनी ज़िंदगी को बनाना. मैंने देखा स्वामी, हमने देखा ये जो ड्रग्स वाले हैं बच्चे, ड्रग्स वाले, स्मोकिंग वाले, शराब पीने वाले, इतने इतने मुंह हो जाते हैं, इतने इतने क्रूप हो जाते हैं, गंदे लगते हैं. यू लाइक टू लुक लाइक दैट? सुंदर लगना चाहते हो ना आप? तो ये बर्बाद करके रख देता है. फिर आप अपने पेरेंट्स को खुश रखना चाहते हो ना, तो पेरेंट्स तो बहुत दुखी होंगे ये देख के. बिल्कुल नहीं करना बेटा, ठीक है ना? तो मेक अशोक, इनका करिकुलम बनाएंगे, रेगुलर क्लासेस लगाए. जैसे जैसे प्रिंसिपल से, मैडम से बात करके ना, कब कब छुट्टियाँ होती हैं या कब फ्री हो सकते हैं, लेट अस बी इन रेगुलर टच विद देम और लेट्स grow them. Let's make it our responsibility to do that.
Would you like that, all of you? Yeah, it'd be very, very good. And once you're part of a Yuva Kendra family, no, you're part of the global Yuva Kendra. जहाँ भी जाओगे ना, you will get a family there.
स्वामी जी का थैंक्स करने के लिए 3 बार जोर से हरिओम बोलो. हरिओम, हरिओम, हरिओम. And this shows that you are committed to him now, कि हम अच्छे बच्चे बनेंगे, चिन्मय बच्चे बनेंगे, और जैसे गुरुदेव गाइड करते हैं वैसे करेंगे. हमारे पास बहुत अच्छी अच्छी बुक्स भी हैं, तो विल बी टेकिंग योर क्लासेस आल्सो. ठीक है? थैंक यू सो मच.
Brahmachari Darshan will just announce you.
हरिओम. आप में से कितने के पास फ़ोन है आपके पास अभी? अच्छा. कितने लोग इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक, यूट्यूब वगैरह देखते हैं, यूज़ करते हैं? ठीक है, अच्छी बात है. तो यहाँ पे आप बाहर दरवाजे पे देखेंगे तो स्वामी जी के सोशल मीडिया का QR कोड लगा हुआ है. तो आप उसको स्कैन करेंगे तो जो भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे स्वामी जी का कंटेंट है आप सब एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. रोज़ उसमें बाइट्स आते हैं. अभी चेन्नई में 10वीं 12वीं कक्षा के साथ प्रोग्राम था, तो एग्ज़ाम के लिए तैयारी कैसे करनी, परीक्षा के लिए, ये सब यूट्यूब पे लगा हुआ है. तो आप उसको फ्री में एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? तो जाते समय सबको ये आप स्कैन करके जाना को. ठीक है? हो गया? हरिओम.